Well, hello and welcome to Gaming IT. Tonight we're going to review the process to build DoofyDerpGaming shell. We turned a heart-shaped building that was 3 stories high into a nightclub. So sit back, relax, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, give me a comment, tell me what you think, tell me things that I could have improved on in this build, as I'm always eager to learn different people's techniques. All right, so we're going to be working on DoofyDerpGaming shell. It says this is my first shell for all to enjoy. Please have fun making this build into whatever you wish. You're not allowed to change the shape of the outer walls, but building inside the walls and the exterior is perfectly fine and allowed. Post your submissions to DoofyDerpShell. Submissions will be viewed on June 1st. And we'll take a look at this shell. It is 3 levels with a heart on the top. There are already some stairs in here. All right, so as we're looking at this building, kind of getting an idea of what we're going to do with this 3-story building. Start off, can't really see very well because it's so dark. I don't want to put windows in yet because I don't know yet what I'm doing. So I just throw a bunch of lights everywhere, light up the whole building. You can see I took away part of the floor on the 2nd story. I'm kind of messing around a bit, figuring that out. What I've decided to do is that I'm building this into a nightclub. And since I'm building it into a nightclub, I figured, hey, on the 2nd floor, I want to do some kind of a seating area where you can sit back, relax, and watch people dance. I also wanted to, on the 3rd floor, which I decided was the executive suites, I wanted to be able to look down, so I put one of the clear dance floors on, so you can actually see all the way down to the dance floor below on the 1st floor. That 1st floor dance floor is, of course, where you're primarily going to be have people that come dance, hang out, be entertained. So as with any build, I'm trying to decide what I want, how I want it, where I want it. I have themes, stuff like that. So I've decided the 2nd floor, like I said, is going to be a place where you can lounge with some drinks, some eats if you want. So we actually have 2 different bars. We have a small bar on the 2nd floor and a bigger bar downstairs. That's one of the things that I do in my process is I decide, hey, I like this, but I don't want it here where I'm working right now, so I'm going to put it downstairs. Also, if I'm eating, I want somewhere to use the bathroom, right? So I'm looking around, best place to put a bathroom on this floor. So I've decided to set aside this area over here for 3 different toilets. And by making them individual stalls with windows, it makes it where it's a very small footprint. And on a total of 8 tiles, I can do 3 toilets and a sink. So it's really compact space. And I think this is the first time I actually used this technique in a build, but I've used it a few times since, and it really works out pretty well for me. So being a nightclub, of course, you're going to want a mirror. So I'm going through mirrors, put that over by the sink, and go ahead and throw a couple into the individual stalls. That way, if you need to go check your makeup, make sure your clothes are up to snuff where they need to be. You've got plenty of room, plenty of time to be able to go do that. So we set the lot type to nightclub and just started throwing out items to satisfy the nightclub need, right? Now that that's done, I can actually start worrying a little bit more about the decorations. Banisters, railing, stuff like that, all normal stuff. We also set the wallpapers downstairs from upstairs so they kind of see what it looks like. And then I double checked it downstairs. Mess with the stairs that are on the outside. Because, we got to get upstairs to the executive offices, VIP lounge, stuff like that. Double check how everything looks. There's a lot of the process that is actually going back and looking. How does it look? How does it go? So I found this door is part of the I think it's part of Get Famous, and I really like the door because it's a VIP door, right? Well, I couldn't find somewhere to put it, so I had to start moving around some of my flooring up here. And I didn't have a floor anymore because I removed it. So go ahead and add the floor back, change my railings a bit, redo my tables, and then I have a nice VIP door. Now, that VIP door allows you to have the VIPs come so that they can come upstairs, and of course the business offices can come upstairs. And one thing that I missed that DoofyDerpGaming pointed out whenever he did the shell tours is I forgot to put railing on the second floor. So if your sim goes out there, please be careful. We don't want anybody to fall. We finish out this second floor. It's really the only floor we worked on. We dropped a couple of pieces here and there, but I really want to get the second floor buttoned down. As I was doing this, I'm doing 3 different styles, right? So the downstairs is the dance floor. Second floor is there's a little bar in your seating area. The third floor is the executive offices and VIP lounge. So each floor is going to have its own separate theme. So we're just looking through, putting random stuff up. We do have DJ running downstairs, so we've got some DJ stuff up. Just various decorations. You'll see that the that blank wall, it's okay. I'm going to knock that out. This is a trick I've been using for a while. I keep that entire area closed off so that if I need to make any floor-wide changes to whether it's the walls, or floors, or anything like that, I can do that very easily. And then I just knock that one wall out towards the end and we're done. So as I'm going through some of the decorations, I'm still working on the second floor, but I'm seeing some of the decorations and it's like, actually I don't want this here, but I'll put it there. So now we've started working on the downstairs. We've got a big bar, so we need lots of alcohol. This is a main place where people are going to congregate. They're going to be down here listening to the DJ, hanging out, dancing, having a good time. And I flip back and forth all the time, just kind of looking to see how things go together, move the whole building around. I think that at this point, I'm trying to figure out where my entrance is going to be. I decided to actually put that into the back. And we'll see why later. So now that we figured that out, we're going to go ahead and set up bathrooms on the downstairs floor. It's very important that you have bathrooms all over the nightclub, right? So in this area, because it's so tight, I don't want to maximize the lavatory facilities. Going to use the same trick, a 2x1 rectangle for the toilet with three separate doors. But then I also took that little odd corner and put the sinks in there. That way and a big mirror. So that way you can go in there, you can get flirty, you can do whatever you want to do. Check yourself out in the mirror, get primped up. So that's the downstairs bathroom done. Go ahead and make sure all of our wallpaper is where it needs to be. Figure, we'll go ahead and give a couple of places for people to sit around the dance floor. But the main focus downstairs is the dance floor, the DJ booth, so that you can come and enjoy the music atmosphere. So we looked through some decorations for the downstairs. This area is a lot more focused on the music and some of the DJ aspect. We still have some bar stuff over by the bar, drinks and stuff like that. So I spend a lot of time going through looking at a lot of different artwork. Sometimes I remember what I've seen and I know what I want. I just got to find it again. But it is something, especially as I get more and more packs, that I find I spend a lot of time just looking through, messing with different options. So then we do the floor. As you can see, it's knocked that wall out, ready to go up and start working on the third floor. I want this to be something special, right? And I've got this big area out here, trying to figure out what I want to do with it, how I can get out there and walk around. We're going and doing another bathroom. Again, this is the executive. This is the executive offices, and so we're just playing around with different configurations. This is a really weird section of the room, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way to lay it out. Ended up locking down on this. Now our bathroom area is a bit bigger on the third floor. We've only got 2 stalls. Since these are the executive offices at VIP, there's a lot less people up here. So we can get away with a much smaller footprint as far as just the facilities themselves go. Now, I did make the whole area bigger to give more room for sinks and mirror, and that's just a bit of extra flair and style for the executives and the VIPs. Lighting is, of course, always important. Please don't forget your lighting. Throw in a door indicating this is the bathroom area, and we are good. So you'll notice right here that we have that little white area that is actually part of the door from downstairs. So I just had to try to cover that up through the mirror up there. I have a little bar, but I'm not totally pleased with that. I feel like it might be a little overkill. So I set it aside. Start looking at desks. I got to set up the executive desk. Very nice. Also, don't want to overly mess up the view for downstairs. Throw some clutter in. And again, sometimes I literally would just drop stuff on the floor and come back to it later. Not all ideas are good ideas, so I took that bar, stuck it outside. I'm actually looking for the globe bar, but I don't have the pack that has that on PC yet. So I actually just grabbed the globe decoration and throw that out there. It's very similar to the globe bar that I've used in the past on the PlayStation. I just didn't have it on the PC yet. Got to set up our lounge area. We want our VIPs to be comfortable, so nice plush seating, the couch and the love seat. And then we're just going through and trying to figure out what else would the executives want, right? So one of the things I said is, we'll put tea makers and espresso makers, stuff like that up there, because the executives aren't always going to want to drink alcohol. They might need coffee one day. Set up some clutter for the drink trays, my trademark calla lilies, which you will find in every single one of the builds that I personally do. Some decorations. We're actually getting real close to wrapping up on the inside. Now I start looking at the outside again, what I want to do with this space. Then I remember, I just got spa day recently, so I threw a spa in. Figured, why not? And yes, it is absolutely usable. I playtest every single one of my builds, but I wanted to put that out there so it's a little bit of extra oomph, I guess, for the executives and their guests. Finished up with some flooring, some wallpaper, some decorations, and then we're actually real close to wrapping up the third floor, at which point we will just have to look at the outside of the building as a whole and finish up some overall decorations. Now, since this is a nightclub, take that into account. We're not going to do as much as far as gardening goes, but there are some plants, and of course, being a nightclub, we're going to have a parking lot, so all of that goes in there as well. We're going through just fixing up a bunch of lights. We gotta make sure the lighting looks good. All right, so that I actually ran into an issue where, as I was placing lights, it was going through that glass floor. That's why I pulled the floor out, put my lights in, put the floor back, and then again we're just setting everything up here. Now downstairs, we want the mood to be a little bit darker. Typically in a nightclub, unless there is a light show going from the DJ, it is going to be quite a bit darker. So we've taken that into account. The dining area has a bit more lighting. The executive suite, of course, has a lot more lighting. And then we kind of skimped on the lighting downstairs to allow for the nightclub atmosphere itself. Figure out what we want to put on the outside of the building. Some of the walls, for whatever reason, didn't auto paste. And then I decided I wanted the roof, primarily because the sauna, I wanted it to be covered so that we don't have to worry about storms. I'm really new to working with roofs, so this is a lot of trial and error, a lot of give and take, trying to figure this out and get it to look as good as I possibly could. I think it came out all right. I did run into a few issues, and I'm not totally pleased about how this looks. So I decided, I want it to be covered, but I don't necessarily want it to look unseemly. That's why I set that to actually be glass right over the hot tub. So now we're working on our parking lot and our entrance. Just blacked out the entire thing to make it the entire area is a parking lot. Right now, that makes the whole thing easier as far as where I want to put things, and I don't have to worry about the decorations as much. So we start throwing some cars in because, it's the parking lot. Of course, you're gonna have cars. I go into debug, find whatever random cars. There used to be just real small toy cars they had to size up. Now apparently there's a lot of bigger cars. Decided to go ahead and start putting in a couple of windows, especially in the executive's office. Just makes the building pop a little bit more. And then some plants, just a little bit to give the nightclub a little bit of panache, just to make it look a little bit better. One of the things that I do like to do is, especially around the trees, is put those bushes or flower type things. So that's what you see here. Add some grass and stuff like that. I've decided, I like the desert type thing. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of this away. And I'm going to make it into sand using the terrain tool. To make the whole area into sand, we put our desert plants back in there to give the entire look and feel of how we want it to look. All right, I think that's gonna about do it. Howling at the moon. Howling at the moon. There we go. Any day that ends in Y is a great night to howl at the moon. Hang out at the latest hot spot and read. And enjoy the company. And enjoy the music while dancing. Or just hanging out. The third floor executive's office is for VIP only. But there is plenty to see and do on the other two groups. Have a drink. Do a dance. Howl at the moon. Welcome to Howlin' at the Moon, the latest hotspot and nightclub to hit the Sims world. As you can see, people are arriving to the party. Just drive on in, park your car, and come through the entryway that is found in the back. As you enter, You'll notice a couple of dining tables and a bar where you can get you a drink. Off to the right is the bathroom. The bathroom is set up to be easily accessible. There are 2 sinks with a mirror. And then there are 3 separate bathroom stalls that just have a toilet so that you can use the bathroom in peace and comfort without any other Sims bothering you. Right. Outside of the bathroom, you have your dance floor and DJ booth. DJ's putting on a good show so that you can enjoy your time, dance around, meet a new Sim, have a new friend, whatever the case may be. Now, there's not a whole lot of room to sit down, but that's okay. We got you covered. You go up the stairs. You enter into our second floor. The second floor is set up as a lounge type area where you can sit back, relax, sip on your drinks, hang out, have a good time with the Sim of your choice. Caleb is here bartending for us today. Make sure you get all of your cocktails just right. Again, we have separate bathrooms set aside that are all exactly the same with a sink in the middle. Each bathroom also carries a mirror so that you can easily take a look at your Sim and make sure that you are good to go. We have a couch hidden away in the back. You can take a nap if you wish, or you can, I don't know, sit there and hang out with that special Sim person. If instead you're a people watcher, hang out on the balcony, watch the music, watch the people, just have a good time. For those special VIPs, you come out the door, up the next set of stairs, you enter into the executive's office. Executive office is set up nice and posh for the executive to take care of all of their business that they need to take care of. They left their phone here on the desk, paperwork out, and you can take a look down and see everything that's going on. Listen to the music, watch the people dance, all from the comfort of your couch, your love seat, your chair, your desk. If you're lucky enough to be a VIP and in the executive's office, you have access to their coffee maker, espresso, and their very own private bathroom area. This bathroom is set up a little bit more posh. You have your sink, another sink, both with their own mirrors, and then 2 bathroom stalls with a glass door so that you know if it's occupied. The executive has their own globe for their liquor cabinet. Table set up to put out your drinks. And if you come out on the balcony, you can access the sauna that is outside for the executive's leisurely desires. And look up through the glass ceiling and watch the weather unfold. So that's it. Enjoy your time howling at the moon. Well, that was a fun build. Had a lot of fun doing it. Hope you enjoyed watching the build. And you can find it on the gallery, WolfGamingIT. The gallery list is in the description, along with my Twitch channel, which is where I actually recorded this video. So make sure you tune in.